As you can see, still got my pink shirt on. Well, kind of red, but figured I'd wear it for a few more hours till the pink moon peaks, and coming back in to share some truth with you. I am still in fireworks mode, just everything's firing, and I'd like to continue processing what's happening. I'm happy and sad at the same time, because I'm happy because I feel like I created a new link here with you. I'm sad because, like, all this time under a misperception of a message, like, because I've been just swirling around in that message unconsciously, not seeing it as a deeper program to what I was creating for myself. I need to tell you about, like, London, like, about, like, the inner, like I'm watching a lot of the films and stuff now because I'm organizing, presenting the story correctly in the timeline. So, like, all the videos and pictures and going through everything, like, I couldn't tell you shit that was going on. Like, I couldn't tell you shit that, like, that was going on, like, the drama of the politics of the game and the players. I mean, we knew there's something going on, but, like, me, I was an extreme outsider, like, technically, coming in. Like, I worked in because of my playing abilities, like, and then I got into the party scene because I was a player, and then, like, but I wasn't, like, part of the party scene, and then came in as a player. So then it's really me understanding the party scene, how to get in there, you know, not knowing that there's a greater story to what we're doing with the drinking. Like, what the fuck are we doing drinking? Like, what is that? And my backstory of my family, which I never really shared with you, like, you know, my older brother, he's a drinker. Like, he drinks, like, till he blacks out. Like, it's kind of his thing when he was younger. So, like, I was like, I'm not doing that shit. You know, like, and I was, like, trying to figure out what causes this. Because I'm trying to naturally heal my family, because I'm the youngest. So I'm naturally trying to heal everything. And so I went in and got this story, got my hands on this story that I'm untouchable with, where I used the, you know, our own Canadian culture's holy grail, you know, kind of against itself, to where now I'm exposing just the secrecy of the reason of what's in the cup, which is liquid, which is you. You're my waters. Like, literally. You're the fountain here for me. Like, this is how life works. So I see you with 2 kids, like, your fountain is extending. Like, my brain now is in, like, a major glitch out, because I'm like, oh my God, she thinks I left, never looked back. Like, this is now, like, bringing my now time space and my memories of the past into, like, a vibration where it's now needs to kind of get in and now settle in, so I can now start kind of, like, now networking with that new vibration. Because right now it's kind of like if I contacted you now, I wouldn't be able to type, you know, like, I wouldn't be able to type the words in to correctly communicate through the tech how I feel about everything. And then I don't want to look like this, so I'm, like, reaching out for lost love, and I won't let go. Like, I don't want to look like it's like that, because I have let go. Like, I thought that message was real, and I let go. Like, I mean, I don't know what else to do other than just respect what you said. So the trickery, that thinking that you never said it, now is coming back around to face me, because I couldn't face it myself at the time by just inquiring further. Like, I gave you my phone number, then you dropped everything. Like, Like that could be if you're in an abusive situation, like the guy's trying to control your communications. He sees that. Oh, she doesn't have his number. Okay, well, boom, 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 out. Like now, you'd have to go back in and dig in. When I'm in a situation where I'm playing for Boston, like I'm still in the NHL. Like I'm not really looking to expose it yet. So I'm not looking like back, at like, what supports me. Like I'm still in this drive of like making sure my stamp is strong. So I don't know. I'm navigating right now. And it's Easter. And I think that's very proactive for my feelings. Because I'm like resurrecting my own love for myself in you. The fountain. Like you are the fountain. Like I'm a male. I'm a male body, right? Like my lineage is over. Like not lineage, but like whenever the male comes, so it's the female that really, it's a trick. Like the male isn't really doing anything with the procreation. It's really all the female. All the male does is supply that one building block. But it's not even, there's no genetic carryover information from the male. There's no genetic carryover information from the sperm. Like that's epigenetics. I've been into this for a long time studying. So like it doesn't matter. We talk about like the seed thing. The seed, like technically, the seed doesn't have any carryover, literally. So there's no genetic information from the male going into the child at all. It's all female genetics from the environment of the womb. So it's like how the woman feels about the man, that's affecting it. That is affecting the baby. So if you're sitting there with your thoughts thinking about me and that I never, came back? Like I never even messaged you? You would have had to like, I don't know, man. This could be deep because like, if you did send it, then defriend me. Like, you never reach back in and message because you found something. But then you're still gonna maybe have thoughts when you're laying there. You just don't express them. Well, the baby's gonna get them. Like. This is like where like I'm at in my consciousness thinking like I just need to make sure to get through to you safely eventually. So you have the proper time to absorb like my message. And I don't want my message to look like other than just like humility. Because if you met someone, you send that, you defriend me, you would have to go back in to look at my account to find me. I think, I don't know. I'm still going crazy over the scenarios. Like I'm here like talking to you who I wanted to be my family, really. Ever since the very beginning, and I'm somewhat recreating the trauma for myself because my family, like my higher tree family's in town, and I want nothing to do with that. And I'm here speaking to a potential family on my own level, situation on my own level, like feeling of like this. I don't know, when I look at your pictures still, like now, even today, like stirs so much in me. Like, I'm a picture guy, I'm a visual guy. I look at faces, that's what I do. Like, I can read faces, like, easily through a picture. And that's what I was doing even when I was younger. And, like, I can't ignore, like, what comes up when I see the face. and you can put your and your sister's face together, and it's like seeing two entirely different colors. Like, it's very different for me. It always was. But why is that? Some people can never tell you apart, and I can fucking easy, right from day one. Like, I don't know. This is weird for me because I'm into the science of the embryonic research, where, like, you know, twins and being alone or being there with the twin. Like, I'm into, like, the study of the embryonic, like, development, like, hardcore the last 3 years. Part of my rollout and understanding why I was playing hockey was because of understanding the embryonic development. Because we're in the womb, we're holding on to the cord, slipping around. So we're basically playing hockey in the womb. So, like, center ice, we're all paying attention to the womb, center ice. We're all paying attention to the kids on the ice, the sticks. So, like, this is deep. And literally, the time I got that message was right around the time I played for Boston. I got called up for 4 games, like, over a 2-week period. And then right after that was when you sent that message. So, that's weird for me. Because I wasn't in a position at that time, because I was like, oh, maybe I'll play another year. Maybe I'll play another year. Like, you know, if I was going to have a contract available, I probably would have played, like, in the show. But instead, I, you know, went down a league to kind of, like, just bail out. And then, but it, like, the energy of all that happening, and if you're with this guy, the only thing that, like, I saw in the comments was that when one of your sons had a Toronto jersey on, you said something about it was really hard which one to pick, Toronto or Boston. The lesser of two evils, meaning you picked the lesser of two evils, Toronto, and that it was hard to see him with it because of Dusty having the, like, or Dusty was, so I'm assuming Dusty is the guy's name, and that didn't want to see him with a Boston jersey on. So the energetics of like, just the unconscious reading of that, like, okay, I'm playing for Boston, then all of a sudden maybe this guy's sending me a message saying beat it, like as if he's you talking to me. Like, that would be an unconscious, like, readout that would be somewhat aligning with it not being you, and just energetically, because what if I got called up and, like, oh, now someone knows I'm playing for Boston, it comes around you, and then there's this immediate clamp down because it's, like, unconscious, because we, like, have all these perspectives. I don't know. I see her kids in fucking hockey stuff, hockey gear, like that. Just like it glitches me, and I see that. Like, you know, like, I gotta get through to you to at least tell you the story. Like, you know, that's like, it's like, that's my brain, like, going, and I'm sad. You know, I don't know. I'm sad about it and happy at the same time. But what makes me happy is because of the epigenetics. Like, it's all you. You are the genetic of the child. The child is the genetic of you. Like, 100%. It holds no predisposition. The only reason it turns into looking like the father is because the father is around after it's born. And, like, the baby is absorbing mirror neurons and, like, watching the father walk around. So it's like, this is how I am. Because it's mirror neurons. You know? It's just like, so if the father's not even around, like, the kid, like, would not have any, like, really genetic, like, blueprints of the father, because the father's not around. It's not around so the baby can't observe the father to take in its energy, like a mirror, like a sponge. So then, if you're the only one that's been raising the children, like, and you've been thinking about the fact that where's the man? Like, where's the guy? Like, I'm here. Like, I never was not here. I was always, like, just building up this thing so I could come back and just assassinate the character. Like, the Drew Larman hockey character. And then step in as the producer and just, like, show everybody the character. Like, and not be connected to all the emotions of the character. So I was very early in my thinking process in Providence, Boston, in regards to setting this up, and like now I'm in like full expression mode with it. And it probably only makes sense that on Resurrection weekend, this is all coming to light, where I'm alone in my house thinking about stuff, and then I end up stumbling across your pictures, and then I end up going into deeper thinking about what the fuck happened there, like what was it, and then I go into your messages. Cause like, I mean, it wouldn't even be appropriate, like, for me to really create, like, dialogue until I properly process this for myself. Like, it would be, like, I'm here giving another test, okay? I gotta take this test like a yoga teacher in regards to what does this mean in my reality, where I'm revisiting something from a new perspective, so I have another opportunity to approach it and to get a response favorable to my creative vision. Well, I want to make you, side by side with me like I did back then, and I always wanted to. I mean, I was caught up in the night shit for years. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, and I can just return to London, set up whatever I want, wherever I want, and hold ridiculously large rallies. I know this. Like, I wouldn't even need that much help. Like, and I would just have rally after rally, literally. Talking about political stuff, talking about whatever. So I've somewhat manifested over the last 8-10 years a gambling issue which disables me money-wise, so that I can't go out and like share myself. So this is what I need, because I feel that my gambling manifested out of the tech, because like I gamble in the tech sometimes, where I want to get to the tech, I want to get through to the tech to you, which, well, if I just go to London and just like hang out there for like a couple months, like I might probably fucking see you. You know what I mean? Like, it's that easy. But I can't get there because I disable myself by gambling my money and sitting around. And then now I'm doing the platform because I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to have to teleport through the tech now because I can't actually physically get there. So I'm going to have to keep using my powers to teleport through the tech. And then bring that energy back. Now I get the money. Now I'll go travel. Now the tech's coming with me because my platform is everywhere. Now I'm sharing the story of like why we're going for the cup. What is the attraction there? So the deep study of the cup is we're going to drink out of the cup. The cup is beer. Beer is piss. Piss is amniotic fluid, where you created your children in your womb filled with piss, amniotic fluid. So we create our bodies with piss. We create our bodies with beer. Beer is the opposite. It's the trick of life because it's not oxygen. So you drink the piss, that's oxygen. The beer is not piss. So we're familiar with the way it looks and stuff because that's the natural expression of how we live. But then when we drink it, it causes unconscious patterns that we bury and we forget. When you drink the piss, it opens up the memories and we remember things like trauma as a child, like and shit. So like it's not easy to just drink the piss and just like, oh, you're healthy. You have to go through some type of environmental protection while you're going through the process. So I've been doing this for literally 3-4 years experimenting. And because I found it through yoga, Shivangu, it's called. And then that brought me back to the womb. And then I'm like, oh my God, the womb stuff, research, the kid is just playing with the cord in the womb the whole time to create the body because that's where the nutrients are coming through. So it's just like, it's literally playing fucking hockey in the womb. So like, the sport kind of came out of this unconscious memory, we're replaying out, and discovering all this is part of the presentation to myself. And now to the love of my life. You are the love of my life. There's no ways around it for me. You don't even have to like want to be with me or care about me. I don't care. You're still the love of my life. It's what I give to myself. I've already given it to myself by being with you during that time. You know, like I'm a knight. I always wanted to be, you know, I have to accept that, you know, people hate me. People hate the vision of what a knight is. So I create this platform to try and blur the lines so we can get those people that hate like this image of a knight, because I'm a knight that's changing the game. I'm now a compassionate, humility, forgiving knight that has a different conversation, is changing the party. I'm not changing the party, like I don't like the party, it's just like we're drinking, we're being unconscious. So it's okay, we can be unconscious. Let's be conscious of being unconscious and drink anyway. At least we know we're drinking it in honor of our ancestors forgetting about us. So like maybe this is the love story I really needed, because like I wasn't like, you know, a gung-ho have kids guy. Like, you know, and I know you seem like you really were one person, you wanted to have kids like and stuff. So us rekindling something that could be a misperceived abuse situation where a message was sent not by you, then this is like a love story, like for real. I love it. I love it. I love my story. I love your story. Like, I don't even know your story, like in the last 10 to 12 years. Like, I know it from your pictures, but I also know your face. You look very happy with your boys, but there's no man there. And like, I know you well enough to know that you would like a man there. So like, I keep playing this out, and then I come back to what the message looks like, and it just doesn't make sense that it's you saying that, because if you would be pictured with him, you would be showing him off with the kids. The kid's an extension of the man too, because the man's around raising the kids. So if you're alone raising the kids, I'm coming in there like a warrior, girl. Okay, like seriously, I'm coming in there like London Knights, Molly Bloom. So that's my girl. That's my girl. That's how I do it. And once that night happened, and then all the guys came around, it's like, what girl? And then I'm like, oh, all right, guys, like, come on. Like, that's kind of like the energy of like how this whole like mechanism works. Like, it's like, you know, someone brings something to into their field, and it's like, let me get in. You know how many guys fucking slept with guys' girlfriends? Like, seriously. Like, you know how many fucking guys mowed other guys' lawns? Like, I was watching it, and I'd be like, what are you doing? Like, there's so many fucking women here. Why you go after the guy that the one guy likes? Like, you know what I mean? Like, or why do you have to go after the one girl that the one guy likes and he's dating and he's already had sex with? It's just like, and I was like, you know, like, there's just like, there's that, you know, it's part of like the ego thing. They're just trying to like, you know, one up everyone. Everyone's trying to one up everyone. So even on a championship team, you still got guys trying to be better than each other on the team. That was what made us freaking competitive. So there's guys doing that unconsciously. There's guys doing that consciously, like me, like trying to build a story so that I can share my love. Like, how I feel right now talking, like, I like, this is like, I have found like a link that I lost a long time ago. Because the last message I said, let's video cam, let's webcam talk. Because the phone thing, like, glitches me, like, I can't see. So I'd like to make sure that you know what's happening here. Like, I want you to come visit Florida. Like, if you don't have a guy, like, if there's no guy in your life, there's no prospect, of any type of romance. Like I feel like I'm now like trying to like conjure up a scenario in my mind where I can be stable enough to welcome a relationship that I thought was lost, and I can rekindle, because there's a lot I need to fucking share. Like with what was going on back then, that like I was disabling me to get closer with you. And I'm here for the collective story. Like I had sold that out to myself like way before I started really my journey in the OHL. So I was going to be seeing that through to the end, and if I had to sacrifice being alone until I regrouped all that, like I made that decision like ways back. So that's why that Jack's night with the abrupt ending was dynamically like weird for me, because you didn't know this stuff about me. I hadn't shared it with you. Only some people knew. It enabled me to like, because technically, if you just reacted differently, like that, like then I talk about it with you right there on the spot. I say, listen, like I tried to go. I went somewhere because I didn't want to be seen, and it was a mistake. I'm sorry. Instead, I ended up fucking falling in darkness, and then I end up going to look for that girl because I'm depressed. And then like I shame myself and don't even really like, I'm not even interested in her. But I'm like, I lost you. So I'm like now spending time with these girls who I don't even want to be with. And honestly, like, it's not like I don't regret doing it. Like, if we were girlfriend and boyfriend, like, for sure, dating, 100%. I'm waiting for you to get there. I'm not gonna go fucking, like, do something like that. It's just like, I was just in a whirlwind of confusion with just getting back from Cancun with all the guys, and, like, we're all hanging out, and then, so I'm already attracting this energy because I'm in an energy for a couple weeks, and I'm like, now I'm, like, trying to get back to going, all right, hope I see her tonight, because they didn't let you out much. Like, you couldn't go out. Your parents were super strict. We didn't have a place to go after the bars very often. Like, you didn't open up too much about your family life. But I know there was some kind of, energy there that, I don't know. So, like, I don't care. This is my love story. I love this. Like, I'm here. I'm doing this. I've been doing this for years by myself. Like, I'm happy with bringing out my story at my own pace, and I'm even happier that I have this feeling of moving my jaw in a healthy way, then watching it and relaxing and watching myself process my own love for the fountain. So now self-care is very important for me, because I have this memory picture. I can picture your face, and it recalibrates me emotionally now. When before I'd emotionally go into the tech looking for a face. Like, where is it? Oh, let's get some money. Oh, shit, lost all the money. Now I'm like, oh. So like now, your face I can put in my mind everywhere. And it's not like, even it's 12 years later, like it's it's way past that message if it was you. So I can still energetically go in and change time, because it's been that long of time. So now it's like a new foundation of a relationship built on an old memory that we have, that whatever happened to move it away, maybe it was the heart. It's okay, but it's still friendship. But I'm a romantic. I'm a romantic, I must say. Like, I am a romantic, poetic thinker, artist. Like, if a woman's ready for it, I will just give her the pedestal of life and put her there forever. read poetry and sing songs, play the guitar and the saxophone, and edit you as the magically beautiful queen that you are, filled with all that compassion. I think about you in those times. Yeah, I wish I would have had so much more alone time with you. This feels like just like a lost, just like a high school lovers, I don't know what else to do other than express myself on this one. Pink moon. Pink moon. Bathe me in light, pink moon. Bring me the breath of infinity. Bring me the breath of infinity. We are one. I know it's been I've been pretty emotionally probably in flux a lot this first 3-4 episodes. I like to get a little more sense of humor and comedic with you, remembering how it was when we were together, and from your picture how you're laughing. That's my style. That's my vibe. I don't know what you're into these days. I don't know what kind of stuff you're doing, but if you're hanging out with your kids, you're probably doing kid stuff. And once I catch you up with my life, I live like a big kid. Literally. You're a kid till you have a kid, so I'm living like a kid. I play video games. I'm trying to awaken the live video game in everybody so they can create. So I'm big into, the video landscape, the digital landscape with the kids. Video game. I have a lot of ideas. I'm making a kids show as well. A kids performance show. If you see Disney is starting to crumble, that's me. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm doing things politically from here, from my house, without having to get in there yet. Because when I drop everything big, it's different. So even if I'm still gonna have this series forever. I'm gonna talk to you forever in this series. It doesn't matter to me. You are me. Your face is me. Right? Every 7 years, every cell in your body has changed. So your face becomes your environment. So that means that I was your environment for 7 years. We're never have contacted for over 7 years. It means that your entire face, right now, in now time space, all your entire body is from the environment of the previous 7 minus years. So, great. That's me. This is how the trick works. We're all mentally in boxes connected to this one printout that we were, which was when we were born, which actually, you're not the younger sister, actually, because it's a false reality of coming out the womb is not when you're born here. It's actually conception. We have 9 months in the womb that we don't look at, and we don't measure in time. That's the underworld. So you're not the younger sister. So you took all that energy in as oh, you're the younger one. And you took that energy in from your environment because people were perceiving it. And I think that's why there was such an imbalance, but why you were so shy and your sister was so outgoing, expressive like that. And I think it was my naturalness of wanting to heal my own trauma because of what happened in Sarnia. So I'm with Richie and I'm meeting you, and now I'm going for you because I'm naturally trying to connect with myself, which is shy. I'm trying to express myself safely without having to give any excuses to anyone. Like, this is my choice. I'm a player, and I'm choosing who I'm leaving tickets for. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's part of my job, like my gig, like, but I want to play so I can give away the wealth. Like, I'm not looking to be like, oh, look at me. I'm looking, look at the team. Look at everybody's story that got us here. Like, I'm the filmmaker. So, like, finding you was big for me in the respect of, like, myself amongst the guys, because I'm like, I knew what I wanted. I went for it, which is not something that, like, I was usually hesitant if I saw, you know, but, and so, like, re-perceiving now the last 17 years in regards to how the play out has happened, because the Sarnia stuff literally didn't go public until 3 years ago. My own parents didn't know about the Sarnia sting abuse until 3 years ago. And so my head coach in Sarnia was my assistant coach in London. One of the assistant coaches in London was the head coach in Sarnia. That's how deep the abuse is, because now I'm winning the championship with the coach that abused us in that scenario in Sarnia. And now he's the assistant coach next to Dale Hunter, yet Dale Hunter, like, was healthy for me. So, like, there's, like, a huge, like, fine line in my story that I gotta make sure I tell properly, which means it needs the proper rollout time. And before I even met you, this story this was happening. So you coming into the picture is like you're filling in part of the story. So the structure of how I'm creating the story, I can't abandon. I would be abandoning my own love. So you entering my love for myself, so that I could disappear for 12 years on a message I misperceived. Like, this is, like, I guess, our story, like, because we're involved. So now your now time space jurisdiction of your vessel, your body, doesn't have any connected energy to any. So that means, like, us communicating, it's gonna feel like new people with the same emotions, which enables us to be really, really powerful creator beings, because we create with our emotions. So I'm feeling more and more confident moving into the expression of this series, because I'm going to be able to measure my own documentation of my thought processes biomechanically, because I'm on tape. And, like, the whole image of that team was we were launching society into the digital film era. Like that was the first Memorial Cup ever nationally televised. So we were launching the collective into the digital film era. So the fact that there's, like, a fucking video of me making out, like, with some, like, trying to just give the other person the benefit of their doubt, like, it wasn't for me, okay? I wasn't doing that for me. And the whole drama of there being a camera involved, like a undercover camera, like, we're talking 100 megapixels, like, back then. Enough to see, but not enough to really, like, matter. Because, like, it's just like, you couldn't, like, look at something like that and, like, enjoy a 100 pixels movie. You know what I mean? I just, like, it's like that one little glitch of, like, how I got in here. I feel like me getting in here as a human and getting in position into Sarnia, then London, like, I feel as like I glitched in. The system didn't want me here. I glitched in. And, like, so, like, that little thing is like an expression of, like, there's like a glitch, and then you're surrounded by all your friends. I can't get through that shield. Your friends are protecting you now. You're the safe one. You're the one they protected. You were the good one. You were the one that they, you're the one taking care of your friends, looking after them, because they were getting wasted and shit. Like, I know this. I knew this. I know this. I'm a smart guy. I knew this. There's a lot I didn't share with you, and that's why I need this. Because if you're sitting there with your boys and, You're looking for shows and you're watching stuff and you still have me in the back of your mind. Imagine when you're watching this, how the emotions, the live movie is here. Seriously, we are the movie, the live movie. We were it. We were together fucking a month, end of the season, all of playoffs, all of them. That's a long time. That's a significant amount of dating time. Given the living arrangements, like, we did the best we could with all those energies in between us every time we left each other. That's how this works. Like, the mechanisms of the biomechanics keeping people apart. It's how, like, it's like the mental energy cloud of society's norms are keeping this web in place, which isn't enabling true emotional creative power nodes to live up to their highest potential all the time. So it's shutting me down because, the old boys club don't want me to be successful because I'm not part of their jurisdiction. Like, I'm not going to listen to them. I'm not going to do what they say. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. I'm going to get to the fans. I'm going to share whatever I want with the fans. I'm going to tell any story I want to tell with the fans. But back in the day, there used to be like locks on like your ability to reach the fans because of media. And with my skills, and then you back it up and you give it my story, like, so I have to tell the story where all sides are being looked after, because I'm not a take a sides guy. As you probably recognized when we were hanging out, I wasn't a take a sides guy. So like, that's why, like, when I read that message, like, I wish the best for you, not really perceiving that it could have been an abusive, like, manipulative message that wasn't even you. It was sent by someone else impersonating you. Which would be, come back to that little glitch out of how, like, I glitched myself out of my own love story. To set up this collective love story, and now I'm well in the collective love story rollout, and now you return to me. Just because now you're here, I can express into the tech as if it's you. It's helping me heal. Like, if I'm in a therapy office, like, whatever, talking about these things, like, it ain't gonna heal me. It ain't heal no one. You're talking to a biomechanical person who has all sorts of, like, memories from other people. So this is how I'm teaching people to use the tech. So this is only, I think, probably divinely aligned. Because, like, now I keep the image of your face in my mind. It's like I'm looking in the mirror in the womb. I'm looking at the placenta wall. Like, I don't have to, like, reach for it anymore. It's here. Like, I'm very advanced, Kelly, spiritually, meditation-wise, like, extremely, like, deeply. Like, I can go into a trance and just, like, go into remote viewing, like, within, like, minutes. I can literally teleport to where you, if you ever gave me your coordinates or, like, an address, I could go within 10 seconds, like, my bioenergy would be literally around you. That's how, like, so you look at me out there, I'm a knight, I'm a warrior, yeah, but I really was a digital warrior. I wasn't a hockey warrior. I was doing the hockey to create an image that I could then take that image and be a warrior with. That is literally the reason I was always in hockey. So the OHL was the best route because it was, like, more of like a professional kid route rather than college. There's no cameras. So that's why the story was what it was, is because there's an energy like me in the middle. Because the real kings of the championships are the players, not the adults. It's a kids championship. So we're raising the kids abuse championship together. So we're celebrating that we can be leaders of the conversation. That's what we're doing. And I chose you for it, to bring you in unconsciously, because I wasn't even thinking I was abused. Right? I'm just in this culture. And we can't even really open up to the abuse because, like, I can't even face that I'm abused. So I'm looking at you, and you start talking about it. I'm like, oh fuck, what am I gonna talk about? Oh shit, she can't know that. She can't know that. Then she's gonna tell people. Then everyone's gonna know that I was abused. Then I won't get a job. You know what I mean? Like, so like this is like what the 20-year-olds thinking. They're all fucking thinking this. All the kids. So I gotta get in there to, you know, put on the story collectively the right way, which means it needs time to absorb. In order to kind of give the kids a chance to see that, okay, we can look lots of places. We don't have to look at this one place, which is tradition. Like, I'll talk to this fucking thing all the time. I'll just hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Like, and I think it's fitting for Easter. I mean, resurrection. My love. I mean, you're my heart, y'all. You are my pumping heart. I honestly probably would have been dead before the Memorial Cup came. My dog died, okay? Memorial Cup weekend. Week. Like, before the Memorial Cup finals, my dog was already dead. Okay? My dog died on, like, the Monday when I scored those 2 goals in the Memorial Cup. Like, my dog took the brunt of it. Like, I don't meet you, I die. Literally. I didn't even show up. This is how I know, too, that it's real. Because I was lost, okay? Like, I was lost playing. Like, I was just like, I need to do. I was doing it for the film eventually, and after we win the friggin'. Listen to this. After we win the championship of the OHL, I have the night with you where I'm actually sleeping, like we're actually laying together, finally. You know, and then like my next practice, like 5 days later, 4 days later, or whatever it was, I fucking missed my practice. Like I missed the practice. Like I'd never missed a practice. It was the first practice we had after the OHL championship. And then we're starting the Memorial Cup. And I missed the fucking practice. I slept in. Like, the practice is at 2:30. And I was sleeping. Like, I was so in, like, this consciousness of, like, I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there. I didn't want to be there. You know what I mean? It's like I finally found the cup. I finally found, like, the real reason, which is who I'm sleeping with, like, who I'm holding with, who I'm, like, in the womb with, like, together, all tangled up with. I finally found that, got to the cup, celebrate with Kelly, and then my first practice I miss. Like, I wasn't there. Like, the guys went all practice. They were looking for me, and then I ended up showing up right at the end. And I was like, yo, I don't know what happened. I fucking slept in. My alarm was going off. I was like just sleeping. That's what happened. That's how I know. Like I gotta tell you this stuff. You didn't know this stuff. Like you don't know any of this stuff. Like I didn't want to be there. Like I'm like part of my, like it was a trauma to be there. So not understanding this has been part of my ability to tell a collective story about trauma or samskaras in yoga. It's called samskaras. Without it being like a horror show. Like it's scary or evil. So that's why the championship I have in London matches the demon ship I have out of Sarnia. You see, all those London guys, they're not going to come in, they're not going to tell the story about what's going on between them. Like the London people like between each other, they're like fucking warring. That's why I couldn't be there either. I come back to London, and London people are warring. And I'm like, all right, I'm out of here. You guys deal with that. I'm gonna go do my tech thing. You know, that's like back in 2019 when I came back for the team of the century. We got London people suing each other. 2 players from the team suing each other for millions of dollars. And all I do is gamble my money to zero. And like these teenage guys that got millions of dollars are suing each other. I was like, what the fuck is the point of this, man? Like, this whole thing. Doing shit like that. With like your best friends. I love you. Seriously, I'm gonna say it again. I love you. I love you for just being true to who you are. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about Jax. And I'm gonna keep my flow moving. Hope you like my chest hair. I didn't have too much chest hair when we were together. Got plenty now for you. It feels amazing talking to you. Like, feeling like it's real. This is my love story. So is you. How am I going to do this? How am I going to get through? Happy Easter. Happy resurrection. Seriously.